I could go to any part of the country and go, somebody says, I can't find a deal in Wisconsin. I can just go right here into Appleton, Wisconsin. I got 3 SubTo deals right there. Do I have a shortage of deals anywhere in the country? Everybody, we are done saying we don't know how to find SubTo deals. I just showed you right here. Welcome to Easy Land. Cincinnati, Ohio, we're super excited. This city is actually growing quite a bit. I did a bunch of research on Cincinnati, even though I've never been here before. I'm excited about learning what people are up to. There's a lot of houses sitting on the market, just like every market right now. So if you want a SubTo or a seller finance deal, this is pretty much a layup city. And I think that's what we're gonna do tonight. I think the learning lesson today is how fast can I find a SubTo deal? Should be the learning lesson of today. Pulling up a laptop, time me, and I'm gonna see what we can do. Very similar to what we did in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, where I called and it took us about 5 minutes to get a property, go tour the property. That deal ended up getting contracted, by the way, by one of the members of SubTo in that city. So we're doing live deals. Can't wait to see you guys on the Creative Nation tour. I've done a lot of deals where I didn't have paid platforms. Let's say I want to find a SubTo deal. Let's say outside of software, right? What are the places I can go get SubTo deals? Let's go to Derek Bottoms, okay? He's in Kentucky, driving for dollars. Saw a house that was hoarded, called it, boom. Easy. I already drove by probably 100 houses today, or you drove by as we were driving, that I'm like, that's a distressed seller, that's a distressed seller, that's either a distressed seller or a tenant. That's a distressed seller or that's a tenant. Like, you can drive for dollars, okay? There was a point where, probably, I'd say like 2016, that 80% of all real estate investors getting their first deal was coming from driving for dollars. Looking for ugly houses and then going on like True People Search, which is free, and texting the seller. And that went away because it's inefficient. It's not that it's inefficient. It's like, think about this. When the horse came out, right, that technology like a saddle, walking was inefficient. But walking at one point was hyper efficient, right? Okay, cool. Then the buggy came out, then Model T or Model A came out, and now, do you guys know about the horse population in America, that whole statistic? We had something like 30 million horses in the United States. I don't know the number, we'll have to pop it on the screen. We had like 30 million horses in the United States, then the Model T came out, and we dwindled down to like 3 million horses in the population within 20 years. Literally a 90% decline. Why? Because the technology changed. It's not that horses are inherently bad or inefficient, but they are inefficient compared to the new So when I say, oh yeah, not a lot of people drive for dollars anymore, doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It just means it's an older school methodology that was free, and a lot of people did it because software companies had not caught up to developing things like the way they have now. So you could do that. Another thing is calling real estate agents on like Zillow, which is free. And you can filter by long days on market. It's free, and you can call real estate agents. It depends. Am I a wholesaler that needs to do a deal a week? If I am, then I need to be lower days on market because I need more at-bats and more opportunities. If I'm just trying to buy 4 SubTo deals a year, first off, don't call anybody, just buy deals from SubTo members. Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, all of those softwares basically are free for the public, and people kind of utilize them incorrectly. You'd never see me using Zillow. I think it's a consumer product. The data is really, really bad, meaning it's old, right? So a lot of the houses we will sell, or they'll sell, and then it becomes still on Zillow. It's there for 60 days or whatever, and it's like, it's available. It's like, dude, a family's already moved into the house, took it off the market 60 days ago, right? That's Zillow. And they do that because they want more people looking at more houses and whatever else. So if you're an investor, you can use Zillow. Now, the best way, personally, if you don't have any money, is just go down to your county recorder's office. I did a video where I went down to the county offices and I said, where can I get the water shutoff list? Did you know you could get that? You can go on any city website has a code violation list. I should show this tonight. Every meetup has been completely different. Completely different. How the tables are laid out, how, like, do you see how this is like kind of jammed in here? You got a weird situation. You got games playing, you got regular public here. We've never had an experience like this. We've had meetups in churches, meetups in parks, meetups at restaurants, meetups in bars, an airplane hangar where the mayor of Bentonville, Arkansas came out. They're like, what is going on? That was a really freaking cool meetup. I want to meet as many people as I possibly can. I will hang out here for 3-4 hours, whatever I can do. What I find is that I will leave and then people DM me and they go, I didn't get a photo with you. And I'm like, oh, I didn't think people actually give a crap about taking a photo with me. I just thought we could meet and hang out and talk about deals. So if you guys want to take a photo with me, come up to me and say, I want to take a photo with you, but I want to meet as many people here as humanly possible. So do we want to play a networking game to get us started off? Yeah. We want to make sure we all go home with resources and help and all of that kind of stuff? Yeah. Okay, cool. Who has a deal under contract you need to sell? Any wholesaler? You got one, Antoine?
Yeah, Fostoria, Ohio.
Fostoria.
Fostoria, Ohio.
Anybody buying in Fostoria, Ohio?
Gotta be somebody.
Are you buying in Fostoria? His dad's buying in Fostoria. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go over there and chat with him, and then I'll break it down here in just a minute. Okay, what time is it? 6:04. Okay, we're gonna go till 6. We'll go till 6:45. We'll break up and then we'll do deal finding. Okay, here's the rules. The rules are this. You need to connect with people. In your phone, you need to put their name, what they specialize in, or what they want to, because some people in here are new are like, I don't know what I want to do. Whether they're doing it or they want to do it, it needs to be put in your phone. And then what you want to do is put underneath it, what is the need or the thing that they're looking for? Maybe the thing that they texted her. Those are the 3 things you need to put in the phone. Okay, let's network, let's go. Did you just connect with this Gator?
I did. I connect with a lot of buyers because I'm still working on getting my first deal.
Okay.
It's a challenge. I was hoping to go home with a deal tonight.
Somebody grab a chair for Wilma.
PropWire?
Okay. So why would I use PropWire? PropWire is free.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're like, I want to find a deal for somebody, PropWire is free. So you got to ask yourself the question, what am I looking for? What does my buyer want? That's step number 1. That's the biggest problem everybody has. Who's my buyer? What are they buying? Now how can I find it? Now the next step is, what software am I going to use? PropWire is not my number 1 preferred. I like DealSauce, but DealSauce doesn't deal with free accounts. PropWire does. So when somebody's like, I need a free account, I'm just starting out, PropWire is probably a better fit for you. So what are we going to do? We're going to go to current location. We're going to zoom out, and we're just going to be this entire area of Cincinnati, okay? Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to MLS active, houses that are on the MLS right now, okay? So we see all these houses in Cincinnati that are on the MLS. I want to try and draw. Okay, cool, here we go. So I've got 2,200 properties right now that are on the MLS in PropWire. So I'm off to a good start. I know these are on market. Why is this important if I'm brand new?
Because they're ready to sell.
Wilma, you are right. They are ready to sell. How do we know that? They're on market.
They're on market.
There's a real estate agent that signed a contract with them to put them on the market. So that's step number 1. Step number 2, I'm going to go to single family and condos and small multifamily. And I'm going to stay out of this other stuff. That it takes me down 500 leads. I'm now going to go to other filters. Let's go to financial filters. I want to say basically like no equity. Equity means I owe more money to the bank than what my house is worth. So for example, if I want to buy a SubTo deal, meaning somebody will let me just take over their payments, I need them to have no equity. Here's what that would mean.
It's debt-free.
No, debt-free would be seller finance. SubTo has debt, okay? This is why it was good that we picked you, because you have these questions.
I do. I never knew exactly. Explain it again. What does low equity mean?
Okay, great question. So let's say that my house is worth $200,000,
Okay.
but I owe the bank $190.
Yeah.
How much equity do I have?
10.
That's what you think. Because if I sell it for $200 and I pay an agent and another agent and closing costs, an inspection, an appraiser, I actually owe more money on the house than what I will get in my pocket. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That means low equity.
Yeah.
Do we now know what low equity means?
Yeah. It's less.
It means I owe more on the house than what it's worth.
Yes.
Okay. So if somebody owes more on the house than what it's worth, then I can go and buy it and just take over the payments because they're having a hard time selling it.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna go for 8% equity, 9% equity, something like that. I'm gonna go 8% equity. I'm gonna do $400,000 max price because things are actually kind of cheap here. Let's go save and close. It's thinking. Okay, financial filters. Absentee owner. Save and close. Okay, so there's 11 results. Okay, only 11 people. This is exactly what I wanted. What does that mean? There are 11 people right now in Cincinnati, 11. Here's the filters we put in. They're in foreclosure, they have no equity, the agent is having a hard time selling the house, the property is vacant, and it's under $400,000. Those are the filters I just did. Do you think that these people are in pain? They have multiple layers of pain. So in less than 15 seconds, I added layer after layer of pain point. Foreclosure, agents having a hard time selling the house, low equity, long days on market, and it's under a certain price point. That means one of these guys in the community would buy it because it's at a lower price. These are your deals right here with these agents. That's how fast I can find a deal. Now, of course, I still have to call the agent Sunday, but I'm not going to call the agent. Look at this. The property value is $129. It's a 3-bed, 1-bath. I already know those guys would buy this deal if I could get it under SubTo. Let's see.
Are they going to be willing to do SubTo?
Of course, they can't. They've been on the market for 120 days.
Okay.
So again, I'm going to tell you the filter. They're in foreclosure. The house is vacant, which means the seller doesn't even care about the house. They already moved out. You see, these two filters tell a story, right? The agent has been trying to sell it for 120 days. No success. You tell me, is the agent going to be motivated to sell the house SubTo?
Yes.
So do I need to find a deal, or the deal's already there? They're right there. It literally, there's 11 deals right here in town where people are in foreclosure, house is vacant, agent is having a hard time selling the house. The house is under $400,000, so I already know these buyers will buy the deal, okay? There's 11 of them right here.
Okay.
What city are you in?
I'm between Columbus and Cleveland.
Okay, so let's go to Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland.
Okay, watch. Search the area as the map moves. I got 35 right here in Cleveland. Same filter. I now have my filter set, right? All these little things are set. I got my filter set. I could go to any part of the country and go, somebody says, I can't find a deal in Wisconsin. I can just go right here into Appleton, Wisconsin. I got 3 SubTo deals right there. Now I go to, let's go Phoenix, Arizona, which is my market. I go right here. I bet you there's 100. 90. Do I have a shortage of deals anywhere in the country?
No.
These are also, again, in foreclosure, absentee properties, meaning they already moved out. They don't care about it. They're in foreclosure. It's listed with an agent, so I know they want to sell. The agent is 120 days or more on the market, and it's under a certain price point, $400,000. Do you ever have to wonder where we find deals ever again? Can we be done with the thing of I don't know how to find a deal?
I didn't say I don't know how.
Everybody, we are done saying we don't know how to find SubTo deals. I just showed you right here. And I could keep doing it over and over and over and over. But the most important thing is find somebody in the SubTo community that is buying in your area and say, if I bring these opportunities to you, will you buy them and help me get through them? That is the thing you're stuck on. It's not, can I find them? Because they're everywhere. SubTo deals are everywhere. Okay?
Yeah, I need to connect with the local buyer.
That is correct. So when you come to the meetup in Columbus, or whatever it is, Cleveland, I will connect you with a Cleveland buyer. And what I'll do in Cleveland is we'll pull the list and I'll call the agents. Sound good?
Yeah.
There you go, guys. Welcome to Easy Land. Price is nothing. Just go to creativenationtour.com. All right, Cincinnati, you should know by now how to find a SubTo deal. We showed you guys in about 4 minutes of this video how simple it is. PropWire is a good free solution. We'll put a link down below, but Deal Sauce is what I use, and it just has a little bit more data. I like the user experience just a little bit more. Shout out to Jerry Norton for constantly loving on us with PropWire and all of the features he has there. But you now know how to find a SubTo deal. The most important thing is you need the SubTo buyer, right? Just because you call an agent on market that's having a hard time selling the house doesn't mean you're going to get it under contract. But once you have a buyer that can back you up, you will have all the confidence in the world to work that deal. So come out to the Creative Nation Tour in person, meet our SubTo community. We had 150 people here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Incredible day. I love this city so freaking much. A lot of development going on here. There's a lot of affordable housing that's being infused into the marketplace. People are doing a lot more co-living here. Co-living is kind of a thing in every state right now, right? So you're gonna see that a lot more. Notice you've not seen me talk about Airbnb one time in any of these 20 markets, right? Isn't that interesting? Not one person did we meet we've probably met 5,000 people so far. Not one person's like, yeah, I wanna do Airbnb, because they're not stupid. Sorry. Cincinnati, tons of co-living, a lot of historic preservation is going on in the city, and I imagine as we go through and sweep the East Coast, we're gonna run into a lot more historic, older properties, 200-300 years old. But get to the Creative Nation Tour, come out, meet SubTo leaders in your local market. That will check the box for one of the most important parts of finding SubTo deals is making sure you have a SubTo buyer along the way. We'll see you guys in West Virginia. Born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. See you in the next video.